Trick or treat!
Da, 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 da. Oh no! Ah!
What dumb son of a bitch!
Now it's Scream Fortress. For some reason this year's Halloween event felt like it took longer to come, but now we can enjoy pumpkin pumps and all that other weird crap you can do with these cosmetics. And you can once again enjoy this neat zombies mode, say no one ever. But that got me thinking. There are 7 different zombies modes made for this game, and I wondered just how different these are from each other. Well, in this video I'll be covering a few of the modes and see just how different they are. But before we look at these modes, I want to thank everyone for the positive feedback I got from the 5K special. I worked quite hard on it, and being told it was the best video I've ever made makes me really happy. So if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend checking it out after seeing this, of course. And I probably haven't told anyone, but I got this identical twin brother who has been constantly asking to be featured in these videos. So he will cover some parts of this video as the soldier to differentiate us, as you would not have any idea if he suddenly started speaking instead of me. So let's take a look at the first mode that you are all familiar with. I want to mention that while I was recording I decided to get quite drunk, so don't mind me just sprinkling a couple funny clips here and there. Gosler!
Look at you.
God of War!
Look at the window.
Zeus! Is that how you face me, you coward? Zombie Infection is the latest in an attempt to bring zombie survival to TF2, and you all know the deal already. It's a V-script mode that got added to the official casual map pool, and here the red must survive while blue are the undead. I gotta have a hunch everyone already knows how this works, so I'll just explain real quick how the mode and classes function. Basically, at the start of the round, the red team has a small period to prepare, and after the timer goes down, a few random players are turned into zombies.
Never get the fuck out of here, Mr. Alien! Oh fuck, I'm dead.
Red's goal is to hold out until the timer runs out, while blue's goal is to munch on your brains. Whenever an undead kills someone, X seconds is added to the timer, so you know, don't die. Some notable changes for survivors are that sentries have 60% damage penalty and miniguns have 40% penalty. But hey, at least the pump zone has some use, as it causes the zombie's ability to go on cooldown on hit.
Zeus! Zeus!
Oh!
The changes made for blue are: Scout moves faster but dies fast as well, so there is basically Left 4 Dead's Hunter with his pounce. Pyre shoots Fireball and his melee sets people on fire but deals less damage. Demoman is Creeper from Minecraft, Heavy is a damn tank, Engineer throws an EMP that damages and disables buildings for a few seconds, Medic heals and gives Uber, not a big surprise. Sniper is Splitter from Left 4 Dead 2, as he spits acid and is fairly painful to go against, and Spy just reveals your location when he screams.
You only ever use VC when you're drunk, and then immediately you're like, I need more booze.
My favorite map has to be Woods, as I like the Woods team and the cabins are fun places to bunker in. This is a very polished game mode, but there are obviously a few problems. When this mod was released to casual, zombies were quite underwhelming, but since they got buffed quite a lot and some of the survivors got nerfed, it honestly feels like it's very difficult to win as red. But if you were to nerf blue team too much, it will be rather miserable to play as them again. But honestly, I don't really care too much, as I only play this mod when I gotta do contracts on the specific maps, so overall this game mode is pretty fun.
Is this how you face me, you coward?
Zeus! Drink 14 beers and drive the Nordschleife!
Zombie Fortress is a game mode that's sadly dead, and it's just a shame. You might wonder why, when we have this new V-script mod. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but this mod was the first ever zombie experience TF2 had. It was filled to the brim with different perks. The red team could play as soldier, pyro, demo, engine, medic or sniper, while the blue team could only pick scout, heavy or spy. And I just want to showcase these old models as they are absolutely creepy, and I'm rather glad Valve's official zombie cosmetics are more cartoony. So, about those perks. There are so many of them that I can really list them all as it will track the pace of the video. So I'll just highlight a couple of my favorites from each team. Carpenter builds barriers. Friend grants you bonus damage and health regen. And when your friend dies, you gain critical hits. Juggernaut increases your attack and defense but reduces your movement speed. Ninja lets you move faster, jump higher and deal more melee damage, but you also take more damage. You can place decoys that teleport you back to their position, great for creating some hilarious moments. Heroic provides both damage and defense bonuses, and grants critical hits for each kill or assist, as well as when you're the last survivor alive. Supplier periodically gains reserve ammo and metal and can drop ammo supply boxes for teammates. Combustible makes you die in one hit, but you explode upon death, damaging nearby survivors. Hunter allows you to set custom spawn point and grants a temporary damage boost after respawning. Sick lets you spit acid to harm survivors. Toxic removes your melee damage, but if you stand still, you gradually poison nearby survivors. Me and Trash's favorite map has to be CV_Dustball, as I just love how spooky this level is. With its darkness, sudden jump scares and its eerie Halloween soundtrack that plays in the background. I really miss this game mode since not many servers run it anymore, and that's a bit of a shame. Because the perks could make for some really dynamic gameplay. Of course, I can't say all of the perks were that useful or fair to play against. This was just a fun mode back in the day, and I honestly wouldn't mind seeing it return. I'll be showcasing the server's IP on the screen and in the description, in case anyone wants to try it out.
And finally, Zombie Escape is the final mode of the video. Instead of killing zombies, you must now escape from them. You go through these courses, sometimes having to hold off a certain objective to progress, but mostly it's about running. Survivors have infinite ammo and metal, while zombies have a crap ton of health but are quite susceptible to knockback, so you must keep them away from you, as one hit can turn you into the undead. I have a confession to make. I don't like this mode at all. I personally don't really enjoy mindlessly shooting at zombies while waiting for a timer to go down, and it's not fun to play as the undead as being pushed back is fairly annoying. I mean, for some reason these servers are quite populated and have a lot of people playing them, and I will question how these people spend their time, but I can't really do that as I spend most of my free time getting 100% on all Ratchet & Clank games and Sly Trilogy, so I guess I should be quiet. And there were some other stuff that had me scratching my head or just made me fed up. Like there was some fanboy picking a fight in the chat on some SpongeBob map where you had to defend a T-posted SpongeBob, and when I tried to record this one map that had Grog boss fight in it, some furry prevented me from progressing with the force in nature, and then I had to replay some shitty ass stage 3 times, and when I reached the end, someone forced the map to change. So all that pain was for nothing. Although seeing the annoying furry get vote banned was quite a satisfying moment. And I realized later on that the Grog fight is on a different map that just happens to have 2 in the name, and I could just not get the map whenever I try to nominate it, so I'll never get my wasted time back trying to record the level myself. Favorite map? I know, I guess it's a SpongeBob map as I spent the most time there. I do not like this mode, and I am rather glad that once this video is over, I never have to replay it again. And that is all the modes. Originally I was going to showcase all of the zombie modes there are, but there are maybe a few too many to cover in a single video, so I'll just leave a possibility of doing a sequel to this video for a later date. So my overall thoughts for these modes are: Zombie Infection, I quite like it. Zombie Fortress, I really miss it. Zombie Escape belongs to the trash. Leave a like if you want to see a sequel, comment down below your own favorite zombie mode, subscribe for more TF2, and have a happy Halloween.
Oh, hello, Trash! Do not worry, as I took care of the zombie.
Soldier, who you just killed wasn't a zombie, it was just a dude in a costume.
Oh, wait. So it was just an innocent person.
Yeah. So what now?
We will never speak of this again.
Agreed.